Let's have a look at another example of heart rates, and in particular looking at the target heart rate, or also called the training heart rate. And that's a heart rate that's calculated based on intensity and also based on maximum heart rate and resting heart rate. And the intensity is the intensity of the exercise, normally expressed as a decimal. So THR's the target heart rate, MHR is the maximum heart rate, and we looked at that in example 2, and RHR is the resting heart rate. So we're going to calculate the target heart rate for a 25-year-old female if she is doing moderate intensity exercise of 50% to 70% if her resting pulse is 55 beats per minute. So first thing that we need is we need to work out what the maximum heart rate is. Since we're going to be using the formula, the THR formula, and the first thing we need is the maximum heart rate. The resting heart rate's given in the question, which is 55 beats per minute. The intensity as well is given as two values. It can be from 50% to 70%. So we need to work out two THRs, like a lower value and a higher value. So let's work out the MHR first. So MHR is equal to, now it's a 25-year-old female, so we're going to need the appropriate formula, which is going to be 226 minus the age, okay, and we have MHR is equal to 201. Next thing we need is the target heart rate, but the minimum target heart rate, and that's given by this formula, okay, that we just looked at. So the I is the intensity, so the lower the lower end of moderate intensity, at least given that's given in the question, is 50%, and we can just type it in directly into the calculator. You don't have to convert it into decimal necessarily. If that's what you're comfortable doing, that's fine. But I think it's just as easy just to type it in as it is. Okay, and then we're going to substitute in the values that we now know. So MHR is 201, okay, minus the resting heart rate, which is 55. And then going to add on the resting heart rate. Okay, actually I might as well substitute it in as I've been doing before. So it's plus 55. And we got THR min is equal to, and I'll just type it into the calculator now. Okay, so that should be there. Yep. And press equals, and we get 128. Okay. Now THR max, okay, is equal to, it's the same formula except we're changing the 50% now to 70%, and that's going to be 70% times 201 minus 55 in brackets plus 55, okay, and THR max, okay, is equal to, okay, so rather than typing it all out again, you can just scroll back, okay, change the 5 into a 7, and we get 157.2. Okay. Now normally, well, depending on the question, but normally I'd round that to the nearest whole number. So therefore, the target heart rate range is 128 to 157, and that's to the nearest whole number. I might just